Big-time Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Washington. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, Winston. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
From the 44, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. Washington gets it going right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Jameis now on 1st down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 46 yards. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's James. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's James. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Right back to Washington. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. We're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Barkley. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Winston now. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, it's Winston. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Winston on 4th down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is going to have the Saints first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Winston to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before. Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown! Juwan Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Looking for Shepard deep.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And this is taken in at the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Giants have got it back to within a score.
And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're going against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Winston. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Washington on third and short. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here we go with Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The handoff right side. It's Washington. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Winston now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dwayne Washington taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.